Hello everyone, today we're working on a Case 1845C skid steer. This one I purchased in last year. I've been going through it slowly, taking care of all the maintenance issues. One of the things we're working on today is the wheel bearings. And they have a, from the factory, Case has a grease fitting on the back side. What I found is that grease fitting, when I start greasing it, it pushes the grease directly out of the seal right beside the grease fitting. It doesn't do anything to be able to get the grease back here to the inner bearing. Okay, these hubs are very expensive and very time consuming to take apart and fix, and this machine has probably 1,300 hours on it. We want to try and maintain those bearings as long as we can. What I'm going to do to alleviate the problem and also to flush out the grease, I'm going to drill a small hole in the front and I'm going to put in a small grease fitting. It's 1/4 by 28, very small. And what that's going to do, we're going to remove this back grease fitting. We're going to pump the grease in the front side, and that'll purge out a good majority of the grease that's in there out of that hole. And by doing that, we can get most of that grease changed out, get the fresh grease in. So I'm going to show you the procedure to do that, and we'll get started with that. The grease we'll be using on this wheel bearings today will be the Amsoil synthetic water resistant grease. It's an excellent grease for whether it be your boat, your snowmobile, any type of wheel bearing application where you got a lot of water to deal with. On this particular grease, the water washout is about 1.25%. Excellent. Most of your petroleum-based greases are around 3 to 5%, some of them up 6-7%. And that just means that this is going to stay put. If you ever get it on your hands and try to wash it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very hard to get off. The other thing is it's got a 4-ball weld point of 500 kilograms. That's an excellent rating. Excellent for any wheel bearings. So this is what we'll be using on the wheel bearings on this today. Okay, we're going to start greasing this here. I just hit it with a couple pumps of grease, and it's already coming out around that seal. And the problem with that is, if I'm pumping right here and it's coming out right here by the seal, that inside bearing is not getting greased. And this seal might be getting weak, but I don't want to have to tear all this apart to put in a new seal if I don't have to. The bearings, I'm going to see what the grease looks like. But what I'm going to do then is go ahead and on the other side here, I'm going to drill a hole. We're going to show you that procedure here in a minute. And that'll give us a way to pump that grease through and flush out the grease that's in there. Because right now we have a seal on the inside, we have a seal on the outside. And if your particular skid steer, you start pumping it full of grease, you can build enough pressure in that housing to actually force the seal out of the housing. So you got to be careful with that. And with a pressure relief over here, or a place to relieve the pressure, we can go ahead and flush that out without a problem. It's sort of like what we do on electric motors. Electric motors have the same type of setup. They got a plug on the bottom side of the bearing, grease circle on the top, and you can pump right on through and around the bearing and get fresh grease into it. And that's what we're going to do. That's kind of the principle, what we're going to do here. So I'll show you how to do this on the other side. Okay, the bearing and seal is going to come in probably, I'm going to say 1 inch to 1.25 inches here, right in that range, and the same on the back side from this flange in. So we're going to drill, we're going to come in about right here, and I got a number 3 drill bit, and that's good for 1/4 by 28 tap. So we're going to go ahead and drill that hole. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take the grease gun. I'm going to try and force some grease through there in case there's any metal shavings. And that's probably not going to work because it's all coming out around the seal right there. Okay, we drilled that hole out. I just want to make sure. It looks like we got a little grease coming now, but I got a real strong magnet here I'm putting on the drill, or on a screwdriver. Very, very strong magnet, and I'm going to go in there. If there is any metal in there, it should pull it out with the grease. And I may pump a little more grease in there to just to make sure that I don't have any metal in there. But try and push out any metal filings that are in there. Next thing we're going to do is tap that hole, and do that next. What I've got is 1/4 by 28, and I've got a tapered tap here. The end here is, you can see it's a taper, not a bottoming tap.
I'm going to go in the hole once more with that magnet. You can kind of see the strength it's putting part into it. There's a little metal around the edge. Clean that off. I'm going to try flushing some grease through there again. There, we're getting a little bit come out. Alright, that should pretty well flush out most of those filings we have in there. That's good for now. Okay, the grease fitting is a 1/4 by 28. It's a small little guy. That's all we really need for that to pump grease in. Okay, you can see all the grease that pumped out here while I was trying to flush out that hole on the other side. And when I take this grease zerk out here, there's grease fitting out here. I'll make sure everything's clean as I can get it. And then what I'm going to do is put a rag under here. I'm going to start pumping from the other side. And I'll take about a tube of grease, just keep pumping until it starts turning a nice color like the new stuff, which is blue. Okay, that's about a full tube's worth. And you can see when I started pumping there, we started changing color to that nasty kind of bluish green there, or brownish green. Okay, we got most of it out. Most of what's coming out now is the new grease. If you want to get more of it out, you can go out and drive it, take the wheels off again, and then go ahead and pump it through again. But that'll help preserve your bearings, and it gives you a place to an outlet for that grease to go, so that you aren't damaging the seals or pushing the seals out. And that might be what happened to these seals right here. Somebody may have pumped it full and maybe damaged the seal. I don't know. But do this maybe annually or every couple of years. It'll help those bearings last a whole lot longer. And when you're all done, we'll put that grease fitting back in. That seals it back up. Put the wheel back on and you're done. So just an idea to help you make those bearings last longer, no hub. So thank you for watching my video and have a great day.
Thank you for watching my video. Be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/c/Donswell. I'd like to introduce you to Amsoil Synthetic Lubricants. We have the most complete line of synthetic lubricants on the market that offer you greatly reduced wear, extended drain intervals, longer equipment life. You can check that out at my website, Donswell.com. I also have a website for looking up fluid capacities. It's fluidcapacity.com. You can go there and print off the capacity of your engine oil, cooling system, transmission, transfer case, differentials. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Don Synthetic Lubes. Thank you and have a great day.